Hey friends, what's up? It's me, Hallie, and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing the spooky Halloween tag. So in honor of today's video, I have on my purple lipstick and my skeleton rock and roll shirt, which this is from Romley. So I have combined a few questions that I have found online and also a video from McKenna here on YouTube. I will link her video and her channel down below. So without further ado, let's jump into the questions. So the first question is, what is your favorite Halloween song? And to me, the classic Halloween song is Monster Mash. You cannot go wrong with playing that song. Another really great song is by the band The Maine, which is one of my favorite bands ever, but they have a song called Forever Halloween. It's not just like spooky scary, but it's pretty much just the vibes you get from Halloween, and it's a great one. Next is witches or ghosts. And this is really difficult for me because personally, I would love to be a witch at like Hogwarts or just in real life. I would love to be a witch. Channeling my inner Stevie Nicks, but I do love a good ghost story, ghost hunt, haunted house. I do still love that. And if you didn't know, I do have some paranormal stories on my channel. Be sure to check those out. I'll try to link those below too. Next is name something you wouldn't want to run into in a dark forest or abandoned house. This is a great question. For me, my mind just runs wild. Like, I don't think a murder, I don't really think a ghost. I just think of some like weird creature. It's like deformed, wants to eat me. I don't know. I think I've just read way too many stories and watched way too many movies, so I don't automatically think of a ghost or a person. I assume the creepiest, most terrifying creature. So next is, have you ever played with a Ouija board? And unfortunately, the answer for that is yes, I have. I have played it with my friends, and all of us are really into the paranormal. And nothing crazy happened, like it didn't like zoom across the board or anything, but there was some weird like coincidences that happened with it. It's pretty creepy. It gave me some like weird vibes. I don't know if it's just because that's like the stereotypical thing that surrounds Ouija boards, that it's a bad thing. Next is, what is your favorite Halloween candy or treat? And for me, my go-to candy for Halloween is Reese's. Do they make pumpkin-shaped Reese cups? Or am I thinking of Easter with the eggs? I don't know. Regardless, Reese's are amazing, so any time of the year, especially Halloween. Also, I adore any kind of treat that is decorated for Halloween, whether it's a cake pop or those little cookies that Pillsbury makes with the ghosts or the pumpkins. Those are adorable. Next is, what's the creepiest thing that's ever happened to you while alone? And like I mentioned before, I do have 2 videos all about my paranormal stories. The creepiest stories for me are probably the ones that at first I thought I had a rational explanation for what was going on, but then I was proved wrong, and it turns out that there wasn't really an explanation for what was going on. I think those kinds are the creepiest because it's really the unknown. Like, you really can't explain it, and that's pretty terrifying. Next is, which urban legend scares you the most? And to be honest, I haven't heard too many urban legends like as of late, but I remember as a kid, my brother and I were obsessed with the urban legend melon heads. I think it was something about like crazy scientist guy would do experiments on children or people. I can't remember the specifics, but it was like experiments gone wrong, and they would come out with like huge heads or something. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. And it was like in Ohio too, so that's I think why we were so freaked out about it. Wait, what the hell, was this real? 1922. Okay, maybe this was real. Like, I'm freaking out a little. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that, but literally a child with a melon head, and it says from 1922. So that's terrifying. Maybe what the urban legend was is that, like, they're still roaming around or these people are still alive or something. I don't know. Now I'm just super freaked out. Anyways, on to the next question. Would you go to the graveyard at night? And I totally would. 100%. I, for some reason, absolutely love the cemetery and the graveyard. I am just like my mom. We both almost find like a calming feeling about them. Going at night I think would be cool. Just kind of just sit there, see if anything happens. Maybe not by myself though. Probably not by myself, but maybe like with a friend or something. Next question. If you were to attend Hogwarts, which pet would you bring? So owl, cat, toad, or like Ron, bring a rat. So I would probably bring a black cat because there's just something about a black cat I absolutely love. They can't travel with their mail as easy as an owl could, of course, but I definitely think a black cat would be an awesome companion and pet to have at Hogwarts. Next question is, what is your favorite scary book? And I think one of my favorite books still, just from reading as a child, were Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Those books were absolutely amazing. I still can't believe like I read those as a kid. And that my mom let me read those, but shout out to you, Mom, because I think that like created my love for horror and scary things and ghosts and just creatures, and the illustrations, so good. And right now I'm reading Something Wicked This Way Comes, which I have heard amazing things about. I'm hoping that that book's gonna be pretty amazing too. And the last question I have is, what was your first horror movie and how old were you? And this is a really great memory for me. I remember it distinctly. I can't even tell you how old I was. I was probably maybe like 10. My oldest sister actually still, like, we still lived in the same house, but she rounded my brother and I up and went into the basement in her room and watched the Blair Witch Project. And of course, being young, naive kids, she wanted to tell us that it was real. Because when it did come out, everybody thought that the Blair Witch Project was real. It was, you know, it later came out that it wasn't real, whatever. But she told us, like, yeah, this is real, like, before you watch, like, these are real stories. These kids still aren't found, whatever. So that, like, already, like, scared the crap out of me to start with. And I watched the movie, and I can't really remember. I mean, I know I was terrified, and that movie is still to this day one of my absolute favorite horror movies. But I know at the end my sister told us, like, it's not real, it's okay. Still, I absolutely love that movie. I think it's still a very, very terrifying movie. So that is it, guys. That is the Halloween tag. So if you want to do this tag yourself, I'm gonna leave all the questions down below. And please, please, please leave me some suggestions for videos down below. I want to do more Halloween themed videos this month because it's October and I don't want it to go to waste. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and remember to stay spooky.